Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours with me, Colin, and I thought we'd do this one today. And we're going to do this one in sort of yellows and dusky browns kind of things. And this is just some nickel yellow. Let's just get it on. The nickel yellow on. This is quinacridone gold. Just bring it all the way down the page. This is some raw sienna. Take out a bright spot. This is just a piece of tissue. I'll just roll it round. Strengthen it up with the nickel yellow in areas. We need this for the shine to just go off the paper a little bit. So we're going to leave this to dry for a minute or two and leave everything to soften. Now we'll give it a couple of minutes and the paint's just settled onto the paper a little bit. This is just straightforward raw umber. I'm just going to stroke that in. Just pulling in a few clouds around there. Plenty of raw umber along the bottom. Now this is raw umber and cadmium orange. Just a hint as we just start to change the colour. See in there. I think we'll just drop a little bit of that colour in at the top, just to keep it all unified. Okay, and then we're going to leave that to wait for the shine to go off the paper, but the paper will still be damp, so when I put the next layer of paint on, all the edges will soften off once again. Okay, so a thicker mix of raw umber, cadmium orange, and just a hint of burnt umber in just to darken it slightly. Then we'll just float some clouds in, just test it first. Just create some interesting shapes and we'll soften them off. Then along the top maybe. The paper is still quite damp in areas, so it will thin the paint out as we go. Darken it a fair amount along here. And take a damp brush. And then we'll just soften some of these edges down. Have some nice soft shapes. And then when you have that, this is a slightly stronger mix, same colour, just adding a little bit of a ultramarine to it. To give these soft clouds just a little bit of depth. Stroke a bit into this here. leave some of the yellow showing. Just soften this top edge. Then with the same colour, with a little bit more ultramarine in. And just a touch more orange. I'm going to put like a background hill, but we also want it to be soft. It's nothing too descriptive. Let it all drift. I've got the board set at a slight angle, and we just let all this drift together and drift down over the land at the bottom. Once again, darken it on this side. Bits of dark in here. As we come into the foreground, we will be darkening it a lot more all the way across. Okay, and we need that to soften once again. Clean water. Try not to play with it too much. I just pull this out a little bit. I'm not going to play with that anymore, so we're going to leave that for another couple of minutes. Okay, with your mix of the cadmium orange and raw umber with a little touch of ultramarine, I've just added some cobalt blue to it just to send it off on the grey side. As we come to the foreground, I don't want to fill a whole of the foreground in. I want to leave some gaps in it. Adding some of the darker brown mixture in, which was the cadmium orange and raw umber, with a touch of French ultramarine on just a few kind of blades of grass. Darken it up under some areas just for a bit of variation. Just adds a little bit more interest and just keeps your eye towards the painting. Allow that to completely dry. Okay, now it's completely dry. This is the raw umber and the cadmium orange with just a touch of French ultramarine, and we're just going to paint the antlers in with that colour, and we'll be adding some other darker colours to it just to give it some variation, but we'll just get a coat on for now. So you just paint the whole antlers in. I hope my arm's not in the way. Okay, painted the deer in, and as you can see I've had a bit of an accident when I dropped the brush. I'll do something with that. And now we're just going to darken the antlers up to give it some more contrast against the sky. This is raw umber and French ultramarine with a touch of cadmium orange in. This will just add some variation to the colour. Under the stomach where it's throwing a shadow. Just hide the feet under some grass. hide some of them spots the same way, I think. Just take a damp brush and just soften off some of the edges, just bringing it all together, attach everything to the ground. And we can just add a little bit of shadow. Keep softening off. Soften the shadows off a little bit. And then with the same colour we'll put the branches in for the trees. The top here, which is basically the kind of straightforward raw umber cadmium orange with a little bit of French ultramarine. The paper's just dried a little bit now. So same thing here, just put the branches in, and as this is a little tedious, I will turn the camera off and we'll come back when this is finished, and you can carry on the same as me. Just fill it all in, give your branches a little bit of shape and character, you know, just kind of give them a little wiggle. A little bit of a nervous twitch would help at this point. And we'll also be adding the same dark that we had in the deer. We'll be putting it in the branches as well, but not everywhere. It's just like to give extra contrast. Okay, we're coming towards the end of the picture now, and I'm just this is just a goat hair mop brush, and I'm just going to break it open and we're just going to dust on one or two leaves, but not too much. With the we don't need to put too much on it. Just a very gentle touch. Just at the mainly at the tips of the branches. Some down here where I hit where I dropped the brush, and it made a bit of a mess, so we just hit it with some bushes and twigs. I think that will just about do it. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I'll leave a link in the description box below if you wish to view some other videos I have made. All you've got to do now is sign it, which I have done, put a mount around it and frame it. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please click the like button and please subscribe. Thank you.